Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Thoughts of a Rambling Mind. As you know, I only make videos when I find something intriguing, and of course, I'm intrigued. Today's video is going to be about the prospective fight between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. Now, this fight has been long anticipated, even though completely not expected. So without further ado, enjoy the video.
With Errol, if it's not Bud, why not Thurman?
Well, I mean, that's an easy fight to make, so if they don't want to fight, it's because neither of them want to fight each other.
Name-wise, it's definitely a good.
The best fight for Spence is Keith Thurman.
It's honestly, I think my heart wants to say it's a really good alternative.
It's a good fight for each other resumes. It makes sense if you put like the story behind it.
Somebody he knows, somebody he's been back and forth with, so there's a little build up there.
Fight Thurman ain't took no chops against no damn Errol Spence. I can tell you that right now. The only thing Thurman gonna do is he's gonna sit down as soon as he get hit with one of the body shots from Errol Spence. I'm just keeping it 100.
It's a good fight if they don't let Errol punch to the body. Do you think?
Yeah. Spence like to go to the body, you know.
I think it all just depends on Keith. He is in the latter stages of his career.
He haven't shown me the explosiveness he had like 5 years ago when he was fighting the Porters or the Dannies and all them. I didn't see that with the Barrios fight, or even Manny Pacquiao to a certain degree.
And honestly, I wish Keith Thurman was more active in his career because, you know, I did like him. You know, he can crack. You know, he's a good fighter, you know?
And like Thurman does have some power, does have some footwork, does have some speed, but Spence with that relentless pressure, bro, the body attack.
Thurman can make this a hell of a fight for Spence because he has aqua movement, he can still punch a little, and his speed is deceiving.
Thurman can crack, man, and I'll be honest, Spence don't like punchers, man.
Thurman is definitely a tough fighter, but he hasn't shown the same strengths of a Stanionis or the same strengths of a Boots Ennis. And he's getting older as well.
The energy and everything that you gave boxing early on in your career, in the middle of your career, is just much different than it is in the back end of your career.
But, I mean, Spence is a more active fighter, you know? So, that's where it's going to go, you know?
I know that Keith is going to talk the good game, and I want him to get in the ring and back it up.
Yeah.
I do. If he backs it up, we got a fantastic fight.
At the end of the day, though, your name is the truth. And the truth is, you got the WBA, you ain't seen Thurman. You took that WBC, and you ain't seen Thurman. That's the truth. Stop playing.
Thurman had a mouthpiece, but I mean, the one that's really selling fights right now is Spence. Keith Thurman took a lot of time off. I mean, he fought Barrios back in January. No? Yeah, because he fought Pacquiao in
July 2019.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's a lot, bro. A lot of layoffs and all that stuff, you know.
Because he went so long being inactive, a fight here and a fight there, and nobody respects that.
I mean, like I said, you go inactive for damn near 3 years, you know. It's not. You know?
I didn't respect that near the end of my career when I started contemplating, like, okay, I might not get Terrence. Who else would I fight?
And like, not even just inactive, completely inactive off social media and everything, you know? Kind of been ghost.
Of course, there was a look at Keith. You have the history. This fight gets sold because of the history. I mean, there's so many things that could work, and then it was like, well, he's inactive. You know, if I fight him and I look superb and he just looks okay, like nobody's gonna, you know, there's too many excuses, you know what I mean? I think that there's definitely things that Keith Thurman can do that can offset the great abilities that Errol Spence Jr. has.
Every time fighting Spence, like, you know, fight somebody with some punch, I mean, he's not aggressive, he's just the entire time, like, you know?
And I think in order to beat Errol, you have to mix it up and keep him guessing, keep him adjusting. Once he finds his rhythm and he finds this is what it's gonna be, if you don't get him off of that, you get stuck.
So he just doesn't really have a killer instinct either, you know? Said like, and he's not gonna go in and try to kill Thurman because Thurman will just crack him.
A lot of fighters only have one style. This is what I'm bringing to the ring, and I'm gonna live and die with this. Both of those guys, Keith and Errol, both have the ability to make what I call in-ring adjustment.
You didn't think he was killer instinct against Ugas? He was digging to, like, he was pretty relentless.
Yeah, but Ugas isn't a puncher. And Ugas hurt him. Ugas hurt him. When he got cracked, and he went back and chilled out for a while, you know?
We respect you. We admire all that you've done, Errol.
Yeah, he does not want to get cracked by Thurman. But like I said, I don't know how good Thurman is anymore because Thurman's just been really laid off for a long time, you know? Maybe if it was Thurman a few years back, you know, but he's taking a lot of time off, you know?
Errol Spence is a great fighter. Good can be great. Once upon a time, Keith was great. And so the question is, does he have that in him?
Either Spence by late stoppage or a decision. Spence work rate and his fundamentals, I see giving Keith problems.
Based on his last fight, long way from the lip to the cup.
Yeah.
I would hope it would have been shorter ways from the lip to the cup, but it just looks like he's got a lot of work to do in order to get back to being a supreme athletic talent.
I don't see Thurman coming out of this fight alive. I really don't. When I say alive, I don't think he'll come out on his feet. I think he'll get knocked out. I think he'll stop by Errol Spence.
I think that the promotion is going to be really good.
Aside from that, the money's with Spence, you know? They're gonna, Spence is the one that's going to be making selling the fight.
Keith Thurman got the bigger name out of all those guys. Boots is on the rise. I mean, no Boots, but Boots is younger. He can wait another year. Stanionis can wait another year, but Keith Thurman and Spence, they don't really have too much time left.
You have to be old school. You have to have this old school mentality that you used to have, that love and that desire and ambition and everything, that drive, everything that you had early on in your career that got you there. You have to reinvent that.
I see little stuff in Spence. Spence got fundamentals and he can actually know how to actually how do you say it? He knows how to actually put pressure and break down a ring where he knows how to cut off.
Errol Spence Jr. has gone through a lot, and I think everything that he's gone through has kind of helped him. I think that if there was anything in the world Errol could do, it's box. I think that from what I've seen, being in the ring, being watching the ringside, everything that I've seen from Errol, it lets me know that he can close his eyes and do it. Lets me know that he can wake up in the morning, first thing, get out of bed and beat somebody's butt, So I think it's a great fight. This definitely could serve as like a great fight that you didn't expect, but you're gonna get anyway. And here's what I've seen from Errol. He comes to the ring with a game plan, which is great. He has a fantastic team. Then he also has the ability to make adjustments during the fight. And not many fighters do that.
If you got confidence, if your team has confidence, slap me up. Man down. Man down.
So I think that that's really interesting because you'll have a Keith who has the ability to move, get Errol off balance, make Errol get a little impatient, things of that nature. You have an Errol who's kind of grown up now, and he won't get as impatient as he used to. It's a really good fight. So at the end of the day, I think that for Keith, it has to be a matter of mixing it up. I mixed it up a lot. It was a lot of in, but then there was a lot of out as well.
And stuff like that. But I just favor. I would go to favoring. I would say 70-30 to Spence. And I've just been saying that all these styles, even when Spence was coming up in the ring.
It's an intriguing matchup because you have someone who's been there before, knows what it takes to be great, and it's just a matter of can he be great again. And then with Errol Spence is a guy who is great, living in his moment right now, and he's just kind of this bulldog who's next. So I like the fact that you don't have Errol saying, okay, I'm gonna fight you. You have everybody saying, Errol, you have to fight him. And then, it's a matter of Errol being stone cold, going in there and handling the business,
I favor Spence. Even back then, just the styles wise, I would favor Spence.
And no matter who it is across from him, he's going to try to figure it out. And ultimately, he has been able to do that.
But hey, it's a good fight. Thurman's still a big name in the sport, somewhat, and he's still a game guy. He's still a guy that believes. Still a guy that believes that he can fight the best in the division. So, gotta give him respect for that. Thurman takes the fight. If it's really going down,
I've been beaten one time. Who's gonna beat me 2 times?
Yeah, man. I don't wanna watch him bumper clad no more. Put my trust in him. I wanna lose.
These are my thoughts of a rambling mind. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I read and reply to all comments